My name is Lamont Worden. I'm a retired emergency room physician and also a veteran of Vietnam and Desert Storm, 22 plus years in the Air Force. I'm going to be 73 in a few months, and I have 12 beautiful grandchildren that mean the world to me. And my involvement with the climate situation has kind of gradually grown over the last couple of years as I recognized through my general reading of the media and seeing what's going on in the world that we're headed down the wrong path. And basically, we've got some serious, critical decisions ahead of us. I'm not ashamed to use the term, our house is on fire. And we need to take drastic action, and we need to do it fast. If your house was on fire, if there were flames pouring out of the windows, you wouldn't sit down and say, hey, time to have a family council. Everybody in the living room, we got to talk about this. Come on, sit down. Let's see what we can do about this. Let's spend a few days talking about what we're going to do about this emergency, this catastrophe, this disaster. No, we need to say, everybody wake up, get out of bed, get out of the house. We got to do everything we can to save this. It's the only house we've got.
So I know you're a fan of Gonzaga. You love Gonzaga basketball. You are a huge supporter in the community of Gonzaga. What would it mean to you if Gonzaga were to divest? And why do you think, as a community member, as someone that loves the school for what it is, why should Gonzaga divest?
And that's a great question. I do love Gonzaga. I have a special needs son that participates in Gonzaga University specialized recreation for disabled kids. They put on plays twice a year. You know, we go to Gonzaga every Thursday night for play practices and twice a year for play productions. I've not been lucky enough to inherit Gonzaga tickets to the games, but I have, through the generosity of some friends, seen a couple of the men's games and gone to many of the women's games. I love the Zags. They're a great team. They're a great national example. Kind of breaks my heart that, in my opinion, Gonzaga isn't completely living up to its Jesuit traditions and ideals and missions. A little while back, there was a little demonstration on campus concerning divestment, and I made a big sign to go down there and hold up for people that were walking around campus to see, Gonzaga, why not? What's holding the administration or the powers that be that make decisions about where Gonzaga's money is invested? Why can't they stand up and follow the example of these other Jesuit universities and divest? Say no to the fossil fuel industry. Say no to killing our planet. Say yes to the future of your students, the kids that are going there and trust you and are counting on you to give them a great education. Set an example. Divest. So whoever has that power, I speak to you and I plead with you, I beg you, divest, Gonzaga. You're better than that. When I look back at my life and I see the happiness and the purpose and the fulfillment that my children have brought to me, it makes my life worthwhile. And when I see my grandkids and I anticipate their future, it literally breaks my heart to think that any of them would ever consider not having kids. How could you have such a painful choice in your life to deny yourself that kind of happiness and that kind of fulfillment? And yet that's what your generation's up against. It's just sad. You guys shouldn't have to be making decisions like that. It's wrong.
Thank you again, sincerely, from the bottom of our hearts for sharing time today. It takes a lot of courage to say stuff like that and to
no, I've got nothing to lose. It doesn't take courage for me. It takes hindsight. It takes looking back and seeing what I've had and looking forward and seeing what you might not have and just feeling heartbroken. And I'm sorry to be so negative. I care a lot, as you can tell. I care a lot about your generation. You're my grandkids' generation, Will and Ellen. I love you guys, even though I don't know you very well.
We love you too, Lamont.
Thank you.